By the way, me and the Gen Z Club are running a free cryptocurrency masterclass webinar, which will go into the basics of crypto, getting started, investing, and then into the more advanced concepts, which include futures trading and NFTs and way more. Our sponsors Zumo are also depositing £5 worth of Ethereum or BTC into your Zumo account when you sign up to the webinar. Essentially, you're getting paid to learn. Don't miss out. GY, who I've also interviewed on this channel, will also be there doing a Q&A. So if you want to ask him any direct questions, make sure they're there. Link in the description. Let's get it. So obviously in this interview, you mentioned a lot of online assets, crypto, NFTs, you even touched on the metaverse. What about real life assets? Are you interested in property? I know you're not into stocks anymore. I know you mentioned a little bit about watches, but what about some real life tangible assets?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good to diversify into, say, property per se. But right now, I believe there's also opportunity cost. Say, if I was, like I said before, with the car and the watches, like they will hold its value, but the ROI is just simply not on par with the other opportunities I have. Like I said, when I get older and I have more time to deal with these things, because property is a lot of hands-on actually. You have to deal with a lot of things, and the reward, it takes long. You know, there's a lot of things that can happen in, say, 10 years when you get your money back. You're trying to get your money back through the passive income of property, because you want to be financing and mortgaging. I did a lot of research into it, and I believed, you know, if I was just to park my capital in something like staking, I could get 5% a year, like, on just stable coins, on just straight stable coins. Less work, click of a button, get my money back. Much better than, you know, dealing with tenants and landlording and finding property, looking for good properties to invest in the first place, dealing with the risks. You know, if a thunderstorm comes, like a tree crashes into your house, that's out of your pocket. Like people partying in your house, in your Airbnb, wrecking it. I mean, just too much headache, and which is something I don't need right now, especially when I don't have much time. I'd rather just invest in something I already know about already, and I know it's quick, fast. But yeah, I have thought about property. I was gonna get into it, but I realized it's just probably not for me just now, but it's something in the future when I have, you know, more hands-on time.
But what would you say? Cool. So what would you say is next for you then? You know, you're looking to calm down when it comes to trading.
Yeah.
May you say? I'm not sure if you can, but may you say what figure you got to? But made you think, let me calm down. Was that a little bit too?
Yeah, like probably like when I reached like $500,000, it was around like $500,000. It was like cool. Like I'm good for now. Like I'm still carrying on. That was like quite a while ago, but it was like a quick like realization moment that I don't need to continue for much longer.
Going ham.
Going like every day, because I understood what took a toll on my body, my mental health. Just like understanding like all of that, trying to factor health into just. Like, you can't really do this for more than like 2-3 years. Like. It's so hard. It's hardcore. Like,
to keep up consistently. Like.
Especially to be consistent. It's very hard to do it every day. You know, no breaks.
Yeah.
Because crypto is 24/7. That's what.
That's what I was about to ask. Yeah.
There's no breaks for me.
With forex, you know, at least I get my weekends off.
Yeah.
You know, I can party, do my thing, but. Yeah, crypto, you know, every day, literally 24/7, Monday to Sunday,
exactly.
Monday to Monday, in fact.
But I love it. But I just understand long term it's not sustainable, and I don't want to do it long term. I want to be able to relax sometimes, and I'll just do it whenever I want. So in the future, I'm just thinking about branding out, allocating other sources of income, just like building kind of like a ecosystem underneath me, like hiring other individuals to, you know, teach others. Like I don't really need to teach individually myself, because again, why would I just say quit trading for my own time just to go straight back into like just teaching other people, which is exactly. I want to be able to live freely and outsource other things while still impacting the community and giving back, you know, my knowledge and just good ways. And obviously, that's pretty much my next steps.
Yeah, that's big, man.
To just chill, to just chill a bit and brand out a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely the way. Any tips, anything you need in terms of branding out, do shout at me.
Yeah,
you know,
love.
Definitely help you with personal branding.
Thank you.
Are you looking to get active on? Are you looking to get active on Instagram?
Like soon after I stop, I'm gonna be, you know, like I'm already starting with a process. I'm thinking about the names and doing like logos.
Yeah, I've seen a lot.
Trying to just think about how I could, you know, impact. I don't want to be. I don't want to just give signals. If I was to give signals, probably kind of a grey area. If I was to do a course, do I want to reveal everything? Because sometimes with edges, you can't really reveal everything. But then again, I'll be like, because the more people that know the edge, the less effective it becomes. Because edges actually spread very quickly. Like if you're on Twitter, like alphas and like tips get spread quickly, and then eventually everyone has the same kind of idea and mindset, and they all copy the same trader. Like the best trader, like on Twitter, like everyone copy him, most profitable one, then it becomes less profitable. But I think I will revert everything. Just because if I'm not in the markets as much, it won't really affect me, but it will benefit a lot of others.
Yeah.
So
talking of that, would you say from when you learned your whole strategy that you use now, how many would you say refinements would you say you've made along the way? Because you believe the market is always changing, you have to always adapt and keep up to date. So obviously I'm guessing the main structure of the strategy is still the same, but I'm guessing you have to change some confluences, some risk adjustments, or So
I would say 80% of the changes were made when I was in the FX. A lot of the things were already done in the FX because I was already doing it in the FX. When I transferred it over, it was just 20%, some rules, more fundamentals need to be understood, more external confluences to do with just... Because the best thing with crypto is, with futures, you can see the orders and the spots. Like you can literally, with futures is, right, you can see the orders of wells, like you can see where they're putting their buy limits and stuff. So you kind of like watch that as well. Like there's lots of tools online where you can see the order book. Which with forex you can't really see like where the institutions are placing their orders, but in crypto you can see. But again, that can also be manipulated. People can put buy limits heavy at this area, but then quickly remove it as it goes there, just to like get people just to buy it. Yeah, so there's lots of layers onto it, and you have to understand how to filter that out as well. So that's what I'm saying. Like when I learned that tool, I then understood that it could also be manipulated. So I thought of a counteract to that. And then counteract to whatever would come my way. And then eventually it just came all into one. And then, intuition, confluences, experience. That's pretty much the big three.
Where do you see yourself in terms of like where you live? Are you looking to move out, like, in the future?
Because pretty much all my family is here, in here, US and America, and China, probably I want to be around my family most of my time, because family is the most important thing to me. Definitely. For sure. Like, I will travel and stuff, but I would like to live here for majority of the time. Just be with my parents, be with my, my siblings and stuff. But I don't really have a dream place, if that makes sense. Like, I don't really think about that too much. I don't think about like what house or like what.
More than now.
Yeah, more in the now. Yeah. And then whatever I want later, I just think about it then.
It comes to,
yeah.
That's big. So what 3 tips can you give to someone watching this in terms of building wealth and getting to where you are?
Yep, so the first tip I would give is make sure to not, fall into the trap of just following individuals just based off how their social media looks. Make sure to do your due diligence and look into the trader, ask questions, and make sure you understand what he's actually talking about. Because like I said before, like 99% of the content out there is false, which is why 99% of the, not false per se, but it's just not enough, which is why 99% of traders aren't successful, because with the information out there that's, on baby tips on YouTube, it's just generally not enough. You need to put in your own time, understand it from your own perspective, and doing your own research is where you actually will be able to be profitable in the markets. Number 2 is to just work on yourself. I believe that mentality is everything. If you believe you'll succeed, if you have a good discipline, make sure you have good time management as well. These all play a big factor, because if you're undisciplined in one area of the aspect of your life, say you don't, hang up your coat every time you go home, like these things also add up into trading as well. You become less careful, less careless. You're more careless when you're trading. You're like, you're just like a little bit there and there. Like, you want to be strict, you want to be patient, and you want to be disciplined. Those are the 3 big things: disciplined, strict, and patience. They're actually the big 3. And elevated.
You say that's even way more important than the strategy you use first.
Yeah, because strategies are everywhere. You can actually be profitable with many strategies. It's mainly just the psychological factors. My strategy has it's actually a good strategy, but I also pair with good mentality. that's the best way to make it work, because I could give you a strategy right now, but if you don't have the discipline to follow it and stick with risk management and understand everything, then you will ultimately fail, because even if the strategy is the best strategy in the world, understand. So that's what people don't understand. It doesn't really matter what course, as long as you have the discipline and the knowledge, then I think it's all cool.
Yeah, no, that's what. Just quickly, I was going to ask, what would you say your strike rate is?
Strike rate?
Or win rate?
Win rate. It would be around 70-80%. Maybe 90% last month. Yeah, because when there's high volume, it's much easier to clock. Yeah. But when the losses is it's so minimal, because it's like I forget I have them, because say it goes out, almost always there's always another opportunity straight away, just due to the nature of that trade. It's so easy to just get in and out, because it happens so fast and like so much volatility. There's so many opportunities in that specific time frame to make trades that you forget about it instantly, and that's why it's kind of hard to lose when you understand how the market works in this way.
That's the title still. That's hard, man. Yo, I appreciate my guy.
No worries, man.
It's good to come down and study the gems, man. They need to see it. Like, it's just, it's good to see it from someone that's so seasoned and so in the culture, so versed. Like, the way you answer your questions is just smooth. It's proper still. I gotta respect it. I think they'll love it as well. Like, it's big.
Yeah, thank you, man.
That's good, man.
Appreciate it.
You don't already know, it's Poku Banks, baby. So, let's get it.